Hello guys and welcome to coinglow. In this video I'll be telling you about the new ways these scammers are stealing people's money. Millions of dollars are being stolen every single month by these phishing criminals. I'll be speaking about the new ways in which they're scamming people and also the ways with which you can keep yourself safe and away from these scammers. Also in the comment section below, please post what you think are good steps to safeguard against being tricked by these people. Back to the video. With so much money being poured into cryptocurrency and everyone's trying to get rich quick, some people are taking advantage of this gold rush, and because of this Wild West nature of the whole cryptocurrency industry, it's quite easy, or let's say quite risk-free to steal because of the anonymity of transactions and stuff like that. So people have been finding so many ways of scamming people, and one of the ways is phishing. Now, phishing is when you create a fake website which looks identical to a reputable website. People either put in their private keys, their sensitive data like passwords, and many other things like passwords for your encrypted wallet, or you put in your encrypted wallet and you put in your password to decrypt it. That's what happens with fake MyEther wallets. But then with Binance, as you can see here, what do you think? Do you think this is a real site? No, this is actually not a real site. This is a phishing site, and you wouldn't even know. Look at the website. Apart from this certificate here, it tells me dangerous. Now, on the normal site, there'll be a green certificate. It being green doesn't really mean it's a safe website. It just means that it's encrypted. The connection between you and the server is encrypted, and no one can steal your data in between transmitting from you to the server. But it does not mean it's the correct website. So even if it's green, you should still confirm that you're on the real website. So let's get to the main point of this video. The new type of phishing that's been happening recently. When someone wants to create a phishing website, they get the website, for example Binance.com, and they maybe remove the I and they put an O, and maybe you wouldn't notice. Okay, maybe you click Binance.com and you just don't see that changed I and an O. It looks the same and you don't realize. You put in your username and password and they steal everything and all your money. But recently, as you can see here, or maybe you don't see because it's in the video, I will zoom in. These N's are not normal characters, they're foreign characters, and they have a dot underneath the N. The domain name still works and you wouldn't even realize. It looks exactly like it. But the plot thickens. People have gotten more intelligent and are using more exotic symbols. So for example, look at this domain name. It looks exactly like this one, but this one works and it's this website, while this one has an error. I'm not really sure, but what is probably the difference is either there's a different I here, or there's a different A, or maybe a different N. But as you can see, there's so many ways of people tricking you in using different letters that look very similar to our normal alphabet, that you really need to be careful and make sure that you take steps to safeguard your money and your accounts. There are more of these domain changes. For example, this one was posted by the official Binance team, where they used just one dot underneath the N. These are all phishing scams. They're probably done by the same person. This is another one. Look at this one right here. Now I'm going to show you. So Binance.com, you think this is Binance.com, but let's click enter. And it gets automatically converted into a gibberish domain name. This problem comes out due to different character representations which computers use. There's the ASCII, which is 126 different letters which are used sort of in the English speaking countries. But then there's the Unicode system, which it's, for example, when you go Microsoft Word and you click symbols, you have all those thousands of letters that either they're similar letters to how we know them, or just very different. But some of those letters are actually possible to have in a domain name, so you really need to be careful. And it seems like these phishers have learned this and are really exploiting this technique. This is another one. As you can see here, the stock Google Chrome sort of security system does help you out, but you never really know, because it's not like they can blacklist every single website out there, because these scammers are really working hard to pump out as many phishing websites as possible. This one has an extended N, as you can see here, and Google Chrome safely helped me out here. Also, as I said previously, just because there's HTTPS in green next to the domain name, it does not mean it is safe. For example, the Reddit post which got this popular was a Binance.com with the ends at with a dot in the bottom, and the link had HTTPS, so you never really know. Now, let's get to how you can safeguard yourself from these hacks, or at least restrict, because you can never really know in what way they can come at you. First of all, this video is for informational purposes only. I won't guarantee that what I'm going to tell you will prevent you from being scammed, because these criminals come up with so many different ideas to steal your money that all you can do is restrict and put up a good firewall and shield in front of you as you browse the web. So do everything at your own risk. I'm not associated with any of the software I'll be telling you about, but it has been recommended on many different forums, what I'll be speaking about. But let's go on to how you can safeguard yourself in these situations. What has been recommended by Binance is that when you want to access Binance, either you type it in yourself, you type it fully yourself, you don't click on what is recommended or you, in the drop down on Chrome, or you don't search it up on Google, because sometimes the ads that are shown on Google are phishing scams themselves. It doesn't seem like Google's doing much effort because the ads are propagating a lot of scams. You just type Binance.com and you click enter, or else when you're sure that you're on the safe website, you bookmark it and you always click that bookmark. First of all, there's this Chrome extension called Kryptonite by Metacert. What it does is whenever you go on a reputable and safe crypto website, it gives you a green check mark or green shield. That means that you're on the actual website. So whenever you're going to log into an exchange, always make sure that if you have this extension installed, you look at its icon in the top right and you make sure that it's green. If it's black, then it means you're not on a phishing website or a hacked website. Let's just test it out right here. So I'm going to add to Chrome. The link will be in the description. Add extension. So Kryptonite has been added, so you should do that. And you've got this black icon right here. As you can see, when I scroll over this, it tells me either this is not a crypto site or it hasn't been verified by Metacert. So they verify the safe websites, and the plugin will tell you when you're on a safe website. So for example, if I were to go on Binance.com, this will turn green, meaning I'm on the correct website. So when you have this installed, when you go on a website such as an exchange, always make sure that that's green. Otherwise, if it's black, just run away. And initially, until you click do not show me again, the extension will tell you if the Kryptonite shield is green, it means this URL is safe. So it always reminds you. It will keep on telling you this so that you get used to seeing this green shield. Now let's go to the scammed website. It's black right here, but let's just click enter. We're in and it's black. So that's the way how it safeguards you. You have to check yourself. You have to get used to checking that icon. Even if you think you're safe, you always, and you're typing it yourself, just check that and you will never get phished. It does, however, work with a whitelist system, so not a blacklist system. It will tell you when a website is safe, but it won't tell you when a website is not safe. The MetaMask Chrome extension. This is quite a popular extension and is used by many people because it enables the use of connecting to Ethereum dApps on browsers. For example, if you want to play an Ethereum dApp such as CryptoKitties, you need to have MetaMask installed, so your extension talks to the website and the Ethereum side of that website. Apart from it being a wallet, it also has its own features that blacklist certain websites. It's installed right here, so let's go back to the Binance phishing website. I don't recommend that you go on these phishing websites because you never know, they may have some harmful code that will run when you enter. But just so you know, I'm running on a virtual machine on an operating system which is I just created just for this video to make sure that I'm safe. And when you enter this website, little toad, it will tell you, attention, MetaMask believes this domain to have malicious intent and has prevented you from interacting with it. It has a blacklist of scam sites and it will tell you when you've entered a scammed site. So those were 2 Chrome extensions. Now there's much more that you can do to safeguard yourself. And I'll go through some of them now. First off, the obvious, I have a 12 and over password. Next up is the 2-factor authentication. 2-factor authentication will most likely save you if you log in to a phishing site. It will pretty much throw all that out of the way. The only way that a Binance phishing website can steal your account, if you have 2FA activated, is if you enter the 2FA code, and within the next 60 seconds they themselves manage to log in with that code before it's refreshed. So you're very unlikely to get hacked if you have two-factor authentication installed on either your Google Authenticator app or the OT app. Many people, for their crypto websites, they always have a strong password, but that means that it's not memorizable, and they end up using something like the Chrome remember password feature. Now, you should really avoid that feature because it saves your password in like pure text format. It's not encrypted. It's most likely on a file on your hard drive. So if you get a virus, it can easily just access that file, copy paste your code, your username and password straight up, and just send it to the hacker. So you should avoid completely that feature. You need an autofill of your password. What you should really use is something like a password manager, either LastPass or something like KeePass. There are many more. I always advise you to do your own research on any of the things that I'm telling you. LastPass saves your passwords on the cloud in their servers, fully encrypted, and you access them with a password. And then there's KeePass, which is stored on your PC. It's encrypted on your PC, and you access your sort of safe with the passwords inside of them with your own password. What that helps you with is when you go on a fake, for example, Binance.com website, you notice that it's a fake website because the username and password won't be autofilled, while if you go on the real Binance website, the LastPass says, oh, this is Binance.com, the one on which you previously saved this username and password, so we'll fill in your details automatically. While you'd notice that you're on a fake website because when you go to the login page, it will not fill in your details. So that's one thing that you should remember. If you have these managers installed, when you go on a crypto website or any other website, don't think the login page got bugged and your manager got bugged because it wasn't autofilled. That is most likely because you went on a fake website and you're about to get phished. Another thing that I want to mention is that never use the same password on any website. If you use the same password on every website, for example, let's say you use the password cat123 on Facebook, then Facebook gets hacked, and now they have your email and password, and they pretty much can just log into any website they want with that username and password. Before I get to the most two important things out there when it comes to safety with your crypto or on the internet in general, don't forget that the most popular way of being phished and scammed is by email or clicking a link which has a hyperlink, and it's sort of the link is masked behind text. Because, for example, you may think that those Binance links that I told you about, you'd notice them because you'd look at them. But if they're on an email, or maybe the text you're clicking is underlined and you don't see the dot, there are many different ways of being tricked into clicking these links, and you wouldn't even notice because in your everyday life, you don't really look very carefully if the A in that link that you clicked has a small dot on top of it. So you never really know. Now to the final two most important things. Never keep your cryptocurrency, or at least the majority of your cryptocurrency, on exchanges. You open yourself up to hacking and all the things that a big target can get into. Like for example, the phishing scam. You might get phished and all your crypto gets stolen. The wallet of the exchange might get accessed by someone who's not working there and get everything just transferred out in one transaction. So you never really know. And there's so many other reasons why you shouldn't have all your crypto on the exchanges. Okay, maybe you keep 5% so you can maybe trade if you ever want to, especially with all these fees. It's true, it is annoying to constantly withdraw and deposit in an exchange because they take 0.01 Ether or 0.001 Bitcoin. What in my opinion you should do, you should always keep hold of your private keys and your crypto yourself. Now what this means is either using my Ether wallet, for example, for Ethereum, and storing on your computer, even though that's not really safe and I don't really recommend it because you can get a virus and what you're typing on your keyboard gets intercepted, it gets keylogged, and now they know your password to your file and they steal it. The best solution is getting a hardware wallet. There's the Ledger Nano and there's the Trezor. I'll have the links down in the description. They are referral links, but I honestly recommend you to buy it. The Ledger Nanos have a better track record when it comes to safety. Trezor in the past has had some problems. There once was a bug where your private keys were being exposed, whilst the Ledger Nano, you can be sure that your private keys are never sent anywhere and they're only stored on the device. When a transaction needs to be sent out, your client, like for example my Ether wallet, sends the command to the device, and from the device itself you click yes or no. If you want to authorize, it will tell you the details and you click yes. It signs the transaction on the device itself, so no private keys are being sent to the computer or client. That obviously safeguards you from an infected PC where maybe it can catch your private key in a man-in-the-middle attack. You click yes on the device and you send a transaction from the client. So the Ledger Nano is really the best option, and even these big companies, these big ICOs, hold their money on these type of wallets. On the other hand, there are other ways that I think are safer than storing on your desktop without buying a hardware wallet. I think something like Jax, which is a wallet you can download either on Android or your iPhone. I think that phones are less likely to have a virus on them than a desktop. So probably that is safer. There might be some other problems like if your phone gets stolen, but the wallet has a lot of features like PIN codes. Some of them use the fingerprint scanner, so you can safeguard yourself in that way. Anyways, those were my tips. I hope you found them helpful. If you have any more, please post them in the comment section below. I'd really love to know your ideas and thoughts on how you can keep yourself safe on the internet and when using exchanges, and maybe not only on the internet. What do you do for your hardware wallets or maybe software wallets that you download on your phones or desktops? Comment that in the comment section below. If you like this video, you'll be sure to like my other videos on my channel, so please check that out and subscribe if you like. Hit like if this video was helpful to you. But that's it, and I'll see you in the next video.